out there, folks? How you doing? Hope you're doing well out there. You wouldn't usually make a video on a Sunday, because on a Sunday I have a jam session to run, which kind of ends up being a bit of an all-day affair for me. But I just thought I'd take a few minutes out to make a short one for you today, because I just have to. So here is the Chevrolet Corvette GTP. This is what's coming to Automobilista 2 by Reza Studios. I'm on the release candidate version of the game at the moment, which is kind of like a beta. And you too can choose to opt into that and drive this lovely car. And the updated Spa 1970s track as well, which is absolutely phenomenal. And you can do that by going into your Steam library and selecting betas out of your properties and opting into the release candidate. But this will be coming in the full build when it comes out. There's still a little bit of work to be done, but just look at this thing. It's a beast. Those louvered vents on the front. These huge air intakes on the side, which then pull the air through the radiators here and then up over the body to the back wing that holds it down on the ground and makes it just so stable. It's gorgeous. But so is Spa. So what I wanted to just do is take you to the 1970s version of Spa, the 1,000 kilometer version without the chicane at Malmedy, because it's just gorgeous. And also, for some reason, I decided that I would go there. We've now got seasonal foliage for Spa, so I decided to go there in January, winter foliage, and in 1970. So I'll put the custom date in there. But I also decided to go there at 8 in the morning, but have the weather bright, and it's just made for an amazing scene. You have to see this. So I'm going to load up the track. Whilst I load up the track, I'd just like to take a moment to say thank you to all of my subscribers on YouTube and Patreon. And if you enjoy this video, if you find it useful, and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button on the channel, hit the notification bells, so you'll get notified when I'm doing a new video or when I'm running one of my live servers, and you can come in and race with me live and the other subscribers. And we've got a great bunch of racers who come and race on the AMS server. So I'm just going out on the standard setup, and I just wanted to show you a few things, which is just kind of me really appreciating all of the good bits about the Madness engine that this simulation runs on. So first of all, just little things like that tree over there is just slightly swaying in the wind, ever so slightly. You can just see the branches swaying. That's a nice thing. But if we go up ahead, so I've put it to a clear sky and a clear day. Let's just get rid of our HUD here. We don't want that on. So I just want to appreciate the track in all of its glory. So yeah, you can see a little bit of frost and snow on the grass up there. But also, look at this. I've not set up any fog. I've not set it to fog. I've just set it to a clear day. But look, there's mist and dew just hanging in the air there. It's just hanging in the air. It's absolutely fantastic. And then over there, the caravans have all got their lights on around the track. It's just amazing. I would love to show you this with replay cameras as well, but unfortunately, with this being a beta, there'll be the odd problem until they bring out the full version. But I can't use replayers on this track at the moment because there's a little bit of a problem with running replays. Listen to that V8 go. This thing is a V8 engine producing about 810 brake horsepower, and the fastest speed I've got out of it so far here is about 203 miles per hour. It's phenomenal. But just look at this, the sky there. You can still see bits of the dew. And then also down here, this is a nice little thing. We have some cows, and look, don't know if you can see that, but they're animated. You can see the cow there nodding its head. That's just a lovely little touch, isn't it? There's another couple more up here. There's one sitting down there. Looks like she's having a little bit of a look around. Look at this mist. It's just fantastic. So it's early in the morning and the houses have just all got their lights on. Look at these cars, these old cars. It looks like an old Porsche parked up there. More of the animated cows. This is mad. I'm just looking at cows, but it's just a nice touch, I think. Just driving on this track is absolutely spectacular. So what does it look like at 200 miles an hour? Let's find out. This car is very stable around here. It's a little bit quicker than the Porsche in a straight line, and a little bit slower than the Mercedes in a straight line. They're the other two cars, of course, out of the Group C category. And if I bring up my speedo here, we are now hitting 198 miles per hour. Now we're going to go through the Master King. Can I keep it flat through the Master King? Yes, you couldn't have done that with one of the old 1970s F1 cars. 199, and there is 200 miles per hour. 201. Dare I keep it flat through these corners? No, I just daren't. Even though this corner's banked, I'm veering to the outside of the corner. Just look at this track. Now, a question for you guys out there watching. These white fence pegs or poles on the edge of the track, and some of the signs. Now, I'm not sure if this is just because it's still in beta or in release candidate, but they are, you can drive straight through them like they're holograms. I'd love to see those as movable trackside objects. And I know the Madness engine can do that. There are some movable hay bales around the track on the version with the chicane at the Malmedy. Oh, down to third, all the way down to third. Hate shifting, so going straight from fifth to third there. Look at that pink sky. Oh, I'm going a little bit too fast for the bend there. And all the way down to first, full of sauce. And here we're going past the pit lane. That pit lane, it just reminds me of watching the movie Rush about James Hunt and Niki Lauda. Looks exactly like the pit lane does in that film. So yeah, I'd love to see these white fence pegs that are going past here, or poles, and signs to be movable objects. And also, I mean, over the years, cars must have, the old F1 cars, when they've come off the track, the speeds they're doing, they must end up hundreds of feet off the track. I know Jackie Stewart in the 1966 Grand Prix ended up going off the track. I think he went through a basement door of a house. I'm not sure about that, but he did end up in a ditch upside down with the fuel bags leaking fuel all over the floor, and it was must be quite far off track. I'm just thinking with this track, if you go off track, say if you were to crash the car over the that mound there, there's kind of an invisible wall, like there are still barriers on the side of the track, and you hit an invisible wall in the air and come back down on the road. I'd love to be able to see if they could expand those boundaries so you could, oh, losing my bearings here, so that you could, you know, fly well off the track. It's not that I want to go driving off over the fields, but just for the point of realism and for the spectacle of it. Because of course you can jump into a server and just spectate a race if you want. It would be amazing to see the cars be able to, I don't know, end up way over in that field over there. Because even the gaps and the barriers, if you try and drive through them, they're all, you'll hit an invisible wall. cool. That would be great. Tell me what you think of that idea in the comments. But I just think this is fantastic. And this car, I mean, I'm totally flat through here, doing near enough 200 miles an hour. And the houses with the lights on there just, you know, look fantastic. The old 1960s and 70s cars around the track. There are VW camper vans. There is, I'm pretty sure I've seen a few old Jags around the circuit as well. And also, you know, if you could fly up the track, and there's a couple of corners here with these big billboards, you could, if your car ended up in the air, you could smash through those barriers or those billboards and they could fall apart, which would just look amazing. Anyway, I'm gonna stop here in the pits because that is, look at, there we go. Old Citroens, there's an old Jag, little minis, a Beetle over there, and the camper vans. It's just fantastic. Anyway, that's all I've got time for today because I've got to go now and learn a few songs that have been requested for today's jam and get all the stuff ready. But this is what's coming to the full build of Automobilista 2, and just bravo, Reza, you've done an amazing job. It's awesome. If you want this channel to survive, do me a favor and hit subscribe. May seem like a small thing to do, but it enables me to make more videos for you. By hitting that button, you can help us thrive. Subscribe and keep this channel alive. Don't cost nothing, don't take no time. Come on now, keep this channel alive.